Masterpieces for Blossoms Paint Night. Tonight is a pay it forward, right?
Yep, paint it forward.
For the Manville Fire Ladies Auxiliary.
Right.
Fire Company number 3.
That's right.
All right. And we'll get everybody to check in.
Yep. Check in, let us know where you're painting from.
All right, they're coming. Here they come. And you're going to be painting these blossoms
We're painting
in
the
a
blossoms.
vase.
Yep.
Okay. As our viewers, check in, let us know where you're from.
Yeah.
D. Costa Quezada from Rhode Island again.
Hello, welcome back.
Marie Rohan from Massachusetts.
Welcome.
Maha Bojic is back. Maha from Massachusetts.
Welcome back.
Was here last night with us. Yes, Deanne Davis from Iron River, Michigan. Excuse me.
Awesome.
Yes, Deanne Davis again with her daughter.
Can you hear me better?
So we got all the people from here from last night is already here. That's awesome.
So my people from last night, can you hear me better now?
Yeah, you should be able to. Matter of fact, I need to talk lower. I need to talk lower, and you can talk your regular. You can use your regular voice now.
I don't have to shout at anybody, hopefully.
Jessica Chin is here.
Hi, sweetie. Welcome back.
Now we got Wanda Gale Gardner from Gulfport, Mississippi.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, Jessica Chin says, I'm replaying later. Can't wait.
Very good. After the kids are in bed, you don't have to worry about it. Yes.
Montero Lisa from Boston.
Welcome.
Yes, Deanne Davis says, yes, you're coming in nice and clear now.
Yay.
So you don't have to yell anymore.
The mic set came in today. I was so excited to put it up. So I don't have it on me. It's hanging above me. So hopefully I don't have to shout.
Yeah, Jessica says, is there anything I have to sketch prior to, like I did the car?
Not really. We'll probably just, if people want to outline their, kind of give an idea of their vase. And then I kind of leave like a space for the flowers, so you don't have to paint over that, but not really. Not much sketching at all.
Yes, these from Providence. Nicole Kish DeToda says hi.
Hi, Nicole. Nicole is our Tupperware person.
Oh, okay.
From Mimosa Marketing.
Well, people are checking in.
Get your drinks. You drinking tonight? Anybody have wine?
That's right. It's a Friday night.
It's a rough week.
I'm just glad that they can hear you now. You don't have to yell.
No, I'm glad that they can hear me.
Yeah, I don't expect anyone to say, please speak up. Yeah, Jessica says, I hope you don't break your wine glass.
Shh.
That's a glass.
It's
yeah.
a glass. The plastic one is in the dishwasher.
Yeah, I bring the plastic one. I don't bring the glass one.
That other one, that peacock one that I love, is like blown glass and it's super thin. So I'm sure even if I tapped it down on the table wrong, the thing would split. There's plenty of other ones, so it's okay.
What are you drinking tonight?
Clover Hills Concord.
Okay.
It's just alcoholic grape juice, pretty much.
All right. I'm drinking that Minute Maid Peach Punch.
Aiden's favorite.
Yes, Aiden's favorite.
So we'll give everyone a minute or so. And while we're kind of waiting, I'll just give you a little overview of us. So I'm Jennifer with Mimosas and Masterpieces. We're from South Boundbrook, New Jersey. Typically, we would go out and do in-person paint events. With everything going on, of course, we haven't been able to do that. So we just started doing free live virtual paint events. And people were so kind to start sending us some tips and donations, and that it just kind of blew me away. So the first one that we did, we decided to we sent out birthday presents for all of the kids that we knew that were on our page that had birthdays that they had to miss, and we did a cupcake birthday painting with them all. It was so sweet. It was awesome. We had hundreds of people with us that night. So that was super fun. And then, we also tried to do some Paint It Forward events. So any of the tips or donations that come in tonight will go directly to the Ladies Auxiliary of Fire Company number 3 in Manville. I am a member. I've been there with them for 20 or 21 years-ish. 27
yeah, 21.
years. So half of my life. It's a great little family that we have. So we've also had to cancel all of our fundraising events for the past 3 months. 2 of them being flower sales. So I thought this was kind of an appropriate painting for a Paint It Forward. So any of your donations, if you PayPal or Venmo, just put a little fire truck next to it so I know which one it's associated with. I put that in the comments too. And if you prefer to mail a check to the firehouse, I put that address down there too, so that no money has to come through me. It's an organization that's near and dear to my heart, so it will all go there no matter what.
Yep, it's good people there.
It is. It's another family for us.
Okay, so Deanne Davis says, my daughter is having sparkling water mixed with cranberry juice.
Ooh, that sounds good. That's a good idea. It's
And
like
then we also have Melissa Leatherman from Herndon, Virginia, has joined us.
Welcome. New name. We love our repeats, but we love newbies too. So thank you guys for tuning in with us. So how long we got?
Well, we're at the 7:06 mark.
Okay. All right. So I guess we'll get started with going over all of your supplies. So you have, and I'm sorry I didn't announce for the new people that are with us. Marcus, who's behind the computer and answering your questions and kind of relaying them to me. So he'll kind of be your guide tonight too.
Mm-hmm.
So tonight we have a 16 by 20 canvas. I have it on my easel. You don't need an easel. It just makes it a little easier for you. I'll be using probably two plates tonight. One will be for your paints and one will be for mixing when we get to mixing. I have paper towels to dry our brushes. I have a cup of water to rinse our brushes. You'll use at least two, if not 3, if you have them, brushes. So you'll have your larger flat brush, and then you'll have at least 1 or 2 small round brushes, depending on your set. The smaller or finer the brush, the finer the detail that you can do. Like these tiny, finer lines, you may want to go to a tinier brush if you have it. If not, it's okay. We can work with what we've got. Your paint tonight, we will be using, and I'm going to put them on my palette as we kind of start talking about them. So we're going to need white. You can always add more later. It's harder to put it back, so you can always add later. Start with maybe like a 50-cent piece size amount of paint on your plate. You can always add more. You can't put it back. So I've got white, blue, a little bit of red.
Yeah, so Jessica says, does Mark paint?
Mark doesn't paint.
No, Mark doesn't paint.
I got him to do 1 with me, I think.
Yeah, I did 1.
No, 2. I think you did 2.
I did 2?
I think we did the birds, and you did the sun and the moon.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not a painter.
Mark's a film person. He likes
Acting.
editing, acting, those kind of things. That kind of art. All right, so we have our 3 primaries: yellow, red, blue, white, black. And if you have it, you're going to use purple. I probably have a violet. Sometimes this color is just different than what you can mix. If you have it, great. If not, just kind of work with what we can mix.
Right, if they don't have purple, then they're going to use what?
You'll mix your red and blue, but we'll kind of go over that when we get there.
Okay.
All right. So again, our colors are yellow, red, blue, black, white, and purple. No brown today.
Okay.
All right, let you guys get those together. If you have a pencil and you want to sketch, you can do that. Otherwise, I'll probably just do it with
Do they really need to?
my
Do
paint.
they really need to sketch?
Don't have to. Nope.
Excuse me.
So I'm going to start just to kind of get an idea of where I want to place everything.
Okay.
I'm going to use my small round brush. I'm going to rinse and dry that small round brush. Every time we switch brushes or every time we switch colors, I'll let you know to rinse and dry or switch a brush if we need to. So I'm going to just kind of give an outline of where we're going to be with everything, so you do have sort of a sketch on your canvas with paint. So I'm going to use a little bit of white and a little yellow. Just a light yellow. It's kind of the lightest color we can use that will blend into our canvas. A little tiny bit. So our vase, if you don't like that shape, if it's too wide and you want a thinner one, you can change your vase size.
Okay.
So this is, I kind of figure it's about the whole width of my hand.
All
So,
right.
but you can make this, again, you can make this smaller, you can make it bigger. So I'm just sort of sketching with my paint the outline of that vase.
And that's a yellow?
It's just a real light yellow. And we can add to this when we start painting. You can make it bigger as you start painting,
Right.
and how you feel about it. It's okay. So it's just an idea. And then for our kind of what it's sitting on, whether it's a table or a ledge, you kind of want to give it, you want the glass to be sitting on it. So maybe about an inch width of your vase, you want to be on there.
Okay. And that's also in the yellow.
Yep, that's also in the yellow. Just an idea. So your vase, the edge of your vase, and just the edge of your table or ledge or whatever it's sitting on. And then I'm going to rinse and dry this little guy. And we're going to move to your big brush. So we're going to rinse and dry. One here. Closer.
You okay?
Yeah. Just trying to get that a little closer to me. Then you're going to rinse and dry the wide brush. So rinse and dry. Dry well. If you have too much water on your brush, your paint will run down your canvas. Not that it's a terrible thing, but it's nice to not have to fix it later. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing. I'm just going with a little white and a little yellow. Instead of mixing it on my plate, I'm going to take a corner of white on my brush and a corner of yellow. So I have white and yellow together right on my brush. This way you don't have to mix it. We're going to blend right on the canvas. So left to right strokes, horizontal. We're just going to bring this across our canvas. My a little wobbly for whatever reason.
Okay.
So you're going to blend right on your canvas. Grab the edges and the top when you can. And then you're just going to keep going back and forth. Corner of white, corner of yellow.
Okay.
And blend right on our canvas. If you feel like it's too yellow, grab more white. That's
Okay,
all.
but you went to the top and then you went down like 4 inches.
I did, I'm sorry. So we're going to almost fill this whole thing in till we get to the bottom here.
Oh, okay.
If you want to leave a little section open here for our flowers, you can leave that open.
Okay.
So you don't have to wait for it to dry to paint over it.
So you're going to do this whole background.
So you're going to do almost the whole background. Yep.
It's white and yellow on one on each corner.
Yep. Corner of yellow, corner of white.
Okay.
Same thing on this side. And we're just going to blend right on the canvas. Grab the top and the edges of your canvas. And again, if it feels like it's too yellow for you, if it's too dark or too bright, just grab a little bit more white and you can just blend more white over that. And it'll lighten it up.
Okay.
So this will take a minute or so to get you guys. You want to fill this whole area in around your vase.
All right.
Okay, both sides. So take your time and do that. Again, I'm just using horizontal strokes. I'm using the flat end, the wide end of my brush. Using one side, swiping back with another. Get all the paint off of that brush as you move it back and forth.
And for those of you who don't know, we'll be here tomorrow.
be here all weekend.
Yeah, we're here tomorrow at 7 p.m. We're going to do the Jersey Shore painting.
Yeah. Jersey
Right now, Maja says, I can't see any color on the canvas that you are drawing on.
I wonder if
that's because it's the white and the light is so bright.
I was just gonna say, I wonder if it's the reflection.
Hold on. Well, it could be just because you're using yellow and white.
Yeah, it's light, but if you can see this color yellow, it's the same color yellow there.
Right. Yeah, it's hard to see that because the color.
Yeah.
It's so bright.
So you're just using a light yellow and white, and just kind of taking it all the way down to, I came up about 6 inches, but it can come lower down if you want to. I sort of moved my whole vase up. And that's something to know too. Like every time I paint a painting, it's going to come out different. Every time I paint it, it could be the same one.
Yeah, because right now it looks like there's nothing on your canvas.
Does it?
I'm looking at you, and I don't see anything. All I see is a white canvas, and your hands are just going back and forth.
All right, so maybe I'll change the background color of mine so you guys can see it. What do you think?
Okay, well, Holly Parry-Connell says, I have no clue what you did with the vase below.
Oh, wow, you guys really can't see that, huh? Okay.
No, we can't see anything.
All right.
That's because you're using yellow and white.
White. Okay. So you guys are going to use yellow and white. I'm going to switch my colors around, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to go to orange for mine instead, so you can see it.
But they don't use orange. They stick to the yellow.
You're going to stick with yellow.
Because they can see their
right.
They can see. All right.
So crazy. Okay. So you're going to kind of give an outline for your vase area. Again, this can be whatever shape you want it to be. Doesn't have to be exact.
Yeah, see, that's better. I can see that.
Okay, yeah. So I'm going to make my background this color so you can see it, okay. And I'll change this color on this painting. Okay. That's all. All right.
Awesome.
All right. So my vase outline, it's just a guideline, not the color it will end up being. Okay, and then I wanted to kind of give where our table is, or the ledge is. All right, so we want that vase to overlap where it's sitting. You don't want it right on top of that line.
And another thing I noticed that they can't see is you left a little space there above the vase.
Right. So here's what.
So you didn't paint it all in yellow and white.
So here's what I'll do next. So, and it's okay if you do. So I'm gonna leave kind of like this area sort of open. You don't have to paint this area.
Right.
Because we're going to put all of our blossoms in there.
Okay.
So you don't have to paint that area.
Okay.
Okay. So you're going to use white and yellow. I'm going to use orange. So I'm going to make an orange color here and fill in our background.
And what color are they using?
They're using just white and yellow.
White and yellow.
Yep.
Jorge Rodriguez says hello.
Hi, Jorge. How are you?
All right.
Jorge's our rocks guy from Manville.
Magic colors, he says.
Yes.
Okay, this is better. I can see.
All right. All right, so I'm using this kind of a peachy orange color so you can see the background. Okay. So again, you're just going to use the side of your brush.
But they're using white and yellow.
White and yellow.
Okay.
So don't be scared if yours doesn't look like mine. We want it to look like this.
Yeah.
So you're going to grab a corner of yellow, a corner of white, and just horizontal brush strokes right to left. And we're going to fill in everything around your vase till this line.
Yeah, see the glare from the light, which I think is above.
Yep.
You cannot see the top part of your vase. You cannot see anything on the top part of your canvas. Maybe you can move the canvas up. Or just move it to the side a bit. Like maybe bring air towards you.
We haven't had this problem yet.
Yeah, because I can't see a thing. I can only see where you put the vase.
Really?
Tilted in the corner. Yeah, tilted on an angle.
I was gonna say, what if I come this?
I gotta wait for you to on a delay and wait for you to move it so I can see if I can see it.
This is the first time we've had this come across here. I wonder if that light is too coming this way too much.
Nope, still can't see it.
What goes on? I don't know.
Yeah, we can't turn that light out. That's for sure.
Yeah. I just don't understand why now it's not.
Because of the colors you're using. You're using very light colors.
Okay, maybe.
And the lights are so bright.
Maybe.
Maybe if I turn off one of these lights.
Try this one over here. That one.
I did that one. That didn't do anything.
Oh, all right. My goodness, guys, we're sorry. We haven't had this technical difficulty yet. Yeah, the light is right above it.
Yeah, still can't see it. You can see it when you put your arm over it because then you're covering it.
Okay.
Right, Dee said last night we could see, but then you were using those you wasn't using colors
using darker
like that.
colors, I guess, last night. Okay. Well, now I know we're not going to use a yellow background anymore. Hopefully you can't see the orange at all.
No. It's just a big white canvas. That's all you see.
A glare.
Yes, you're moving your hand back and forth, and there's nothing but white canvas.
I don't know where else to go.
Yeah, that's where you have to go, up front.
Closer?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, we'll see what happens when you get to the delay part. Here you come. Yes.
Better?
Yeah, better. Maybe a little bit closer, maybe an inch closer. Can you do it an inch closer? Because then you can see it clearly.
Guys are going to be up close and personal with me.
Yes, that's perfect.
Too much stuff over here now. It's crazy.
Right. Maja was saying that maybe if you switch positions with the finished picture, but you have to paint.
Yeah, so then I'll be in
and this is perfect now because now you can see everything.
Okay. Got it? We're good?
Yep, and the picture that is done is right over to the right.
All right.
It's very, very, very good. You can see it much better now.
Aye.
Right, we can see all of the oranges and the yellows. Everything is perfect now.
Alrighty. Phew. Now that we got that solved. So you're going to take your yellow and your white all the way down.
Right, remember, they're using yellow and white.
You're using yellow and white. So you're going to use your yellow and white all the way down.
Well, I guess you could go back to yellow and white.
Well, it's orange now.
Too late.
It's orange now. We don't have... It's going to take 2 hours to begin with. I don't know.
Okay.
The idea is you just want a lightly colored background where your blossoms will stand out.
Right.
And I just flicked paint all over myself. And it's okay if you go over your edge or your sketch. It's okay. Oh yeah, I'm making a mess tonight.
That happens sometimes, right?
It happens all the time.
Okay.
And I'm just blending that white and yellow
all
color
around the base and all around where your blossoms are going to go.
Yep.
Leaving that little space in the middle on top of the vase.
Yep. Once you do have all of that filled in, then you'll rinse and dry that brush.
Okay. And they're using the big...
You're using your wide brush,
right?
Your large flat brush. You'll rinse and dry once you've got that done.
Okay.
Oh man, I got paint on myself. And take a sip. I think I need one now. Kaylee? Remember, I'm painting on an angle.
Right.
So I see about 2 inches of canvas, I feel like.
It's okay.
So while giving you guys a minute or so to catch up on that, so we said we'll be here all weekend. So tomorrow is the
Jersey Shore.
Jersey Shore painting.
Yes.
Stepping on paintings. That is this one. Jersey Shore. And for those that don't know me, I don't like the beach. I like the boardwalk.
Stop ripping on the beaches. Why you do that?
Don't like the beach. I like the boardwalk. So
But that's the beach. The boardwalk is the beach.
No, you don't have to step in the sand on the boardwalk. So,
Okay.
so we have the sky ride in the sunset. That is tomorrow night. And then Sunday is our scout.
Sunday is the scout painting. Yes.
Yeah, Sunday's our scout painting.
That's going to be at 12 noon.
This one's at noon. We have tons of people hopefully joining us for this one. So if you know a scout, a Cub Scout, Girl Scout, brownies.
Anybody that can get a badge for painting,
So they
they
have
can
to
do
earn
this
it. Yeah.
on Sunday and get their badge.
Not from us. This is just part of what they need to complete in order to get that badge.
Right. They'll have a painting at the end of it and a video to show and prove that we did it
Right.
on that purpose so that they'll be able to get their badge.
So we also added some glow-in-the-dark paint to our fireflies so that when you do turn off the lights, your fireflies glow. So they can add that during the time of painting or when it's dry and you're in another
Yeah, I can't
time.
wait to see that. Okay,
Go ahead.
D. Costa Quezada says, could you please tell me the Venmo account to donate?
Yes, it's posted in
It's in the post,
It's
isn't
in
it?
the discussion. It's my Venmo, but I'm gonna send one to them. We had this huge discussion at the last meeting. I thought we should set up an account, PayPal or Venmo for the auxiliary, but
No.
too
they
much
don't
red
want-
tape.
Oh man.
So I will just forward it to them, and if you feel more comfortable sending a check in, you can do it that way. The address is there as well. Thank you.
Okay, but that's on the post, right?
Yep, there is a post. There's a post in the discussion. Just scroll through the discussion, and you'll see it on there. There's a
Okay.
picture of all of us ladies in front of the fire truck that we just got a new fire truck.
Right. This is on the Mimosas and Masterpieces
It's on
page.
Yep,
Okay.
it's in the event.
All right.
In the event. So those are the 3 that we're doing. Right? Those are the 3 that we're doing for tomorrow and Sunday.
Right. The scout painting in the Jersey Shore.
Yep, those 2 are this weekend. And next weekend is our dancers night, right?
No, next weekend. Well, that's Friday. Yes.
Friday.
Dancers night.
Right.
Curtain call is Friday, May 8th at 7 p.m.
So if you know any dancers or dance troupes, we're doing this painting on Friday night.
Yes, that's Friday
So
night.
this track, there's so many. There's like a dozen events. So yes, we're doing this one, and they can change the colors of anything. Anytime we paint anything, you don't ever have to follow exactly what we do. We want you to make it your own. So you can change the color of your curtains. It doesn't have to be black. We love seeing when you guys send your paintings in and they're different than what we instructed. I love seeing people go rogue and add things, and we did the lighthouse painting last night.
Yeah. Yeah.
The paintings coming in are just awesome, and
Really?
I love seeing that people added the birds in the sky, or they added the light from the lighthouse. So we love seeing them, so thank you.
Yeah, it was some really nice pictures.
All right, when you guys are ready and you're completed with this part of the background, if you'll just kind of give us some likes so that we know you're ready to move on to the next step.
Yeah, send me a
Then
thumbs up or
Then we'll
a
move
heart.
on. We don't want to go too fast for anybody, so if we are going too fast, just say slow down, and I'll try and slow up a little bit.
Yeah, I'll let her know. So I'm assuming that you are being heard very well. Okay, because of the microphones that we have set in here now. So that nobody's saying speak up anymore. They can hear you loud and clear. Now we just got to get my camera so that I can zoom in and pan left and pan right.
My goodness.
Excuse me.
Lay down, rascal.
Rascal's not going to lay down.
No, he's...
Cool, I got 2 thumbs up.
Okay. Yeah, I figured it was
It'll take a minute. You don't want to leave anyone behind. Yeah, lay down. There you go.
Rascal is our rescue dog. We got him in December. We got him after we lost our dog in July of last year. And our dog was 23 years old. So it was a tough loss. And by November, my son was asking, is it time? Can we get another dog? So Rascal really was a blessing. He fell in our laps, really. We just connected to the right people at the right time, and right before Christmas, he ended up with us, and they've just had an awesome bond. However, he likes to be right under my feet all the time.
Yes, because he had a lot of anxiety when he came here. I don't think he was getting no love.
He did.
And now he got 3 people that love him, and he just goes nuts, you know. And then he loves you and can't be out your sight.
Yes. So, speaking of, so we got him from Wise Animal Rescue, and for Wise Animal, there's 2 things going on right now. If anybody has a pet, and you would like to participate, they've extended it. If you have a pet and you want to send in a photo of your pet, you donate $20. You send in a photo.
Mm-hmm.
So
this is the rescue place?
This is Wise Animal Rescue, yep.
Wise Animal Rescue. Somebody was asking which rescue place.
Yep, Wise Animal Rescue. So you send in a picture of your dog, and I volunteered to be an artist, so I received this dog to do a rendition of. It could be any way, and it could be a sketch, it could be a drawing, it could be a painting, and it could be of any skill level, so you don't know what you're going to get back. So we submitted our painting of, this is Chucky, the Chocolate Lab. So we submitted ours, and she was just over the moon about it. And we have another one to do. So it's pretty neat. So that's a fundraiser going on for them right now. And we also have we had one posted as an in-person event for them, and it was canceled because of everything going on. So we are dedicating one of them also to another Paint It Forward for them, a rainbow with a unicorn, or you can do a silhouette of your pet that may have crossed over the Rainbow Bridge. So that is dedicated to Wise Animal as well. Any donations or tips that come in will go directly to them. All of their information will be posted in the event. And that's on our event list too.
Okay, now Steph Wackett saying, sorry I missed why you painted it orange. Because of the light? Yes.
Yes.
And then we figured out that we could just pull the painting all the way up to the camera.
Sorry, Steph.
And then that way we'd be able to
yes.
see it. Okay, so we got a few more thumbs up.
Okay, I think we should be okay. So once you've painted your background yellow and white, you are going to go to orange for this bottom color. So it's it's a scoop of yellow and a little bit of red at a time.
Okay.
It goes orange really fast. So just a little of red at a time. And then you're going to add a little bit of white to that. You can mix this on your other plate. I always mix
everything together.
I mix right on the same plate when I can.
And that's going to be their surface area where the vase is sitting on.
Yep. So the area under your vase and under your background is what we're going to paint with this orange color.
Right, so their painting is coming out more like the one on the right.
Right.
Which you cannot see the yellow and white background because it's so very bright.
You can't see it on that one either?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, I've learned my lesson. We can't do very bright yellow backgrounds. That won't happen again.
Yeah, you can. We just have to change the lighting. The light right above would have to be turned off.
Yeah, that might be.
Because that's what's making the glare.
So again, this bottom color is yellow, a little bit of red, and a little white.
Okay.
You're going to want an orange color here.
Right.
So you're going to fill this whole area in, again, using that right to left stroke, horizontal brush strokes.
Okay.
We're just filling that in.
Tara Joe Potter is here.
Hi, Tara. How are you? How's the girls? Did they do their lighthouses last night or today? From
Their
last
what?
night. They were gonna do the lighthouses today.
Oh, that's right.
We have a rainbow coming. We have lots of stuff coming. So once you have this orange color down here,
Right.
same brush. I'm not rinsing and drying. I'm just taking a little tiny bit more red. Just a little bit of red on the corner of my brush.
Okay.
And on the right side of my vase, I'm going to kind of add some of these little red strokes and then blend them in. We just want this to be a little darker area over here, almost like it's a shadow.
Okay.
So this will be a little bit darker on this side.
So you just put a few lines and then you're blending
Yep.
it.
So yep, I just took a little tiny corner, a little tiny bit of red on my brush at a time. You add a couple little dots in there, strokes in there, and then you blend it in till it's kind of gone. And it just changes the colors. Uh-oh.
Tara says, we're going to have a marathon session tomorrow. 3 of your shows all day tomorrow.
That's it.
Right, well, we'll be back tomorrow at 7 o'clock. We're
We
doing
will.
the Jersey Shore.
Yes. So yes, that reminds us. So any of our events that we do live, we save the video. It's posted in the event, so you can always go back to it later. So if tonight gets to be too long for you and we run past that 2 hours or 2.5 hours, if it's too late, just stop. Put a cover over your paint. You can save it for tomorrow, and you go back to the video and start where you left off. That's all. So once you have this darker color, you're going to rinse and dry that brush. Rinse and dry. And we're going to add a highlight on the other side. So we want this side to be a little bit brighter. So with that, I'm going to add, just with my larger brush, a little bit of white at a time. A little bit of white. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to add a couple of little strokes of white in here. And then we're going to blend. So you're going to blend that all the way in. So having kind of a variation of color kind of adds a little look of texture, highlights, shadows.
Okay.
So again, just a couple little lines of white, and then I'm just lightly brushing and blending that right into the canvas. So you're blending right on the canvas.
I haven't heard one person say they can't hear you. They can all hear you now.
I can whisper to you, and I can sing you lullabies.
Oh, now don't push it now. You whispering, maybe they might not hear that.
I can talk to you in my Bob Ross voice.
Really? That was your Bob Ross voice?
I don't know.
That was really low. Use your telephone voice.
Oh, see, I almost spilled the water. You made me laugh. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You're going to rinse and dry that brush when you have your highlight on your table or on your ledge, whatever that might be. We're going to call it a table.
Okay.
All right. Now we're going to get started on our vase. So I'm going to go to my mixing plate since I'm out of room on this plate.
Yeah, look what you did. Uh-huh.
Actually, why don't you guys, somebody slow me down if I'm going too fast. Just let me know if you're still on that step. I don't want to move too fast for you guys.
Now, Tara says, use the angry mama voice.
No, I don't have to anymore, Tara. I got the mic set. The mic's all set up. It's right above me. So I don't have to yell anymore. No angry mom voice.
Yeah, so take a sip.
Take a sip.
I think they'll be caught up in about a few seconds. Right. Deanne Davis says, I'm still working.
Okay. Yeah. I figured I kind of did that quick.
It's
So
all
it's
right.
our orange color. So you have this light orange color on the bottom.
Right.
That's a little yellow,
And your
tiny bit of
background?
red, and a little bit of white, and that we brushed all the way across the bottom here underneath our vase. And then with the same brush, I didn't rinse and dry. We went to a tiny little bit of red, a couple of strokes of red or lines of red on there, and then you're going to blend that in. It almost creates a shadow effect.
Okay.
We rinsed and dried.
And those red lines should go like no farther than halfway past the vase.
Yeah, about that.
Okay.
About halfway here, so that you have the lighter on the left side and the darker on the right side. And then, yep, we have the light side, so I rinsed and dried the brush. A little bit of white strokes, and then just blend that in.
Maja is on top of her game tonight.
Uh-oh.
Because she's done. She's like, I'm done. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, thank you, says Deanne Davis.
Alrighty.
All right, you want to proceed?
Okay. So with that same large brush, we're going to mix some color for our vase.
Okay.
I'm going to mix with the large brush. So if you have this, your purple color, I'm using violet, I think. Yeah. I'm using violet. You're going to take a scoop of purple. If you don't have that color, you're going to mix blue, some blue and red. More probably red than blue. But you're going to start with some purple. And then I'm going to add some white to that. You want to get it just a little bit lighter. It's kind of a dark lavender color.
Okay. Tara says, Aunt Joan said your pictures are beautiful.
Aw, thanks, Aunt Joan. Miss you guys, all of our Pennsylvania family. Miss everybody. So far I have that purple color. So purple with a little bit of white. That made it almost like a darker lavender. And I want to add a little bit more red to this. If you're happy with that color, you can keep that color. I just want to get a little bit more red in there. You say something and then you say never mind, so okay. All right, so I have this kind of a redder violet color, maybe indigo. Is that closer?
Okay.
We're just gonna brush the whole thing. So we're gonna fill this whole vase.
Excuse me.
Okay. Right.
I know, he's just hanging right by Mom. So we're filling this whole vase in. And here's where if you decide you want it bigger, you can
Right.
make it wider here. Do what your brush kind of leads you to do. Sometimes your brush kind of, you go, oops, oh wait, no, that's good. Okay. So instead of using, instead of using right and left or up and down strokes, I'm kind of following the shape of what we're painting. So I'm using this curved pattern. So I'm going along the side and kind of rounding out the bottom. And same on this side. So I'm just going to keep filling that in this way. Give me a minute to fill that in. Every time I hear this, I think of that. The Monsters.
No.
Da, 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 da,
Yeah, that's the Monsters. That's what's playing?
No, that's just the beat that it sounds like.
All I hear is that's the Black Eyed Peas. Louder. Louder.
So I want to give a little bit of highlight to the inside of the vase first. So I want to make this a little bit lighter.
Okay.
Again, I'm just going to grab some white. I didn't rinse and dry that brush. I just grabbed a little bit more white. So I'm getting a good bit of white on my brush.
Okay.
So on the inside of my brush, or inside my vase, not my brush. So these aren't our highlights yet. Okay, so I want to brush and make the inside of this
Lighter.
look a little bit lighter. We're going to kind of do phases here. So it's going to be darker, lighter, lighter, highlights, shadows. And then I need to get this.
And regardless of whatever color they used,
You just want
they
to
can use white to
Yep.
make it lighter.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep, so we just want to go a little bit lighter so that we kind of have a darker area around the outside. We're going to do lots of mixing. Lots of mixing tonight.
All right.
So I'm using the same color that I had, same brush I haven't rinsed and dried. I'm just going to grab a little bit of my blue color and mix with whatever I've got left. I want to change that color just a little bit. Just want enough so that you can see a difference in that. So adding a little blue to that lavender color that we made. Now around the bottom of our vase, I'm kind of giving it a curved line so that it's almost like like a rainbow shape, or upside down U, upside down smile, a frown.
Okay.
That's in the bottom of our vase. And then I'm just gonna, on the right side, use that same bluer color and kind of come down around the right side of the vase.
Okay.
So that side's a little bit of a different color. And then we're gonna rinse and dry this brush. All right, we want to go to, what do we want to do next? Let's do green next. All right, we're going to start with some stems, some of those tall stems that are sticking out there.
Yeah.
We're going to go to those. So I'm rinsing and drying this brush. Again, somebody stop us or slow us down if we're going too fast. On my mixing plate, I just want to make this green color, so this lighter green color. So I'm going to mix a scoop of yellow, a good scoop of yellow. I went to my smaller brush and a little bit of blue, and we're just mixing that. I want a nice bright green color. If it's too aqua color, you're just going to add more yellow. If it's too lime green color, this is pretty lime green color, I'm going to add a little bit more blue to it. So you just play with your mixing a little bit so you're happy with it. So a little blue, little yellow, mixed together. I'm going to rinse and dry this and get this back to a point so we can do nice thin lines for these guys.
Okay.
So I'm rinsing and drying. So we have our green, and that's all these little stems that are sticking out. We're going to work on those first. So I'm going to grab that green color, and from kind of the center of this bunch, where our bunch is, you're just going to put a couple of these little strokes of green in there, wherever you might see some little blossoms sticking out. They don't have to be straight lines. They could be kind of a little askew, a little wavy. So I'm just taking it from the center of our unpainted area where our blossoms are going to be. And we're going to throw some little bud lines in there. Just a couple. Now once we have those lines on there, what you're going to do is add a couple of little lines out, like smaller branches. I'm using like little L shapes from the branch. Kind of alternate your sides. Depends how long you want them to be. Some can be longer than others. So they're like little L shapes where your buds will form. So alternate your sides, right to left. One on the right side, one on the left side, one on the right side, one on the left. So I'm just using that green color. Right side, left side, and I'm just using it an L or a backwards L. This is where I would call this kind of the loose grip. You don't need to have a whole lot of control here. Just kind of want to let the paint go where it might with our brush. And that's it for those little lines. And you can rinse and dry that brush. And now the buds and the blossoms. I'll give you guys a minute to catch up and let us know. Send us likes or hearts so we know you guys are ready to move on to the next step.
All right.
Take a sip for those who are sipping.
How does that feel to not have to yell?
Wonderful. I am not a shouter. And Mark says to me, speak louder, please. Speak louder.
Yes, he's supposed to project from the diaphragm. You don't have to speak louder, you just have to project from the diaphragm. That's not speaking louder, that's just being more, using your full vocal capabilities.
So we have our vase, we have the little green stems for the new buds. That's in there. And next we will move on to the blossoms. Actually,
Yeah, you can tell the people are here really want to paint tonight on a Friday night because they're right on top of everything with you here.
Oh man.
Yeah, they're coming in right now. They're all starting to come in. I'm ready.
Ready?
Okay, now Steph says, can you repeat after the vase?
Sure. So after our vase, I rinsed and dried and went to my small brush.
Mm-hmm.
One of the two small brushes, the smaller the better, you get some nice thin lines. You're going to mix a little bit of yellow and a little bit of blue to get a green color. If it's too aqua color, you can add a little more yellow. If it's too neon, lime green, you just add a little bit more blue. So you'll mix that till you're happy with it.
Okay.
Rinse and dry your brush so you get it back to a point so your paint isn't all caked up in there. And then you're going to, from the center where our blossoms will be, you're going to just make some little organic lines. They don't have to be straight lines. They can have a little movement to them.
Right.
So right from the center out, light grip on your brush. So
the smaller brush.
So I'm using the smallest. So I have two round brushes. So I have this one, which I'll do my blossoms with, and then I have this one for the detail.
Okay.
So you can see the difference in the size of those two.
Yes.
When I give numbers, it's confusing. So I use this tinier brush. So you're just gonna, and you'll see me use two different grips. You'll see me call this pencil grip, pinky stabilizer, and you'll see me say loose grip, where you're holding your brush up on the, not on the metal part, up on your wooden part or plastic area, where you're kind of just letting your fingers do the work. Let the brush do the work for you, so you're not kind of having so much control.
Okay.
Okay, so once you get some of those green stems in there, then you're going to go back on them and alternate sides, little L's or backward L's. So one on the left, one on the right, one on the left, one on the right, until you're happy with how many you have on there.
Okay.
On each one of those, we're going to end up putting some flowers or buds. So
All right.
one step at a time. So don't get too afraid. I am not a flower person. Like, it stresses me to paint flowers, but this is easy. You can do this.
Stresses you to paint
Stresses
flowers?
me to paint flowers. I am not a flower. I think because I like to paint realistically. when I
Okay.
can. And sometimes flowers for me, I don't know, just it's not my thing. I don't know. I like landscapes. I like certain objects.
Just
but
no flowers in it.
I don't know, flowers. I'm just not. It's just not my favorite. So now you really know I love the ladies auxiliary because we're painting flowers for them.
Yeah, exactly.
And this vase, so there is, and the reason why I love this is because there is, I saw a picture of actual flowers that look like this
Mm-hmm.
in this bright purple vase, and I fell in love with it. So I'm like, okay, I need to turn that into a painting. So if I find that picture of the flowers, the actual flowers, you'll see where this came from.
Okay.
All right. So we'll move on to, so we're going to switch. We're going to rinse and dry that brush. And if you have, man, I am making a mess tonight. Orange all over me. So we're going to go to that middle-sized brush. If you have a middle-sized brush, I'm going to have you put in, let's do our, we can go to black later. Okay. We're going to go to, we'll just go to purple first. So I'm using my purple that I have, that violet color. Oops. And you're just going to kind of alternate. So we're going to go with purple first. Straight purple. Wherever you want some blossoms. So you're just going to keep going over this.
Okay.
So they're going to go wherever you want to. So with my brush.
You're going to show them how to make a blossom?
So it's really just a small brush stroke. You
Okay.
can clean it off so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so with your brush, you're just going to put a point down and press your brush down. Oh, I went backwards. So pressing my brush down and lifting up. Pressing my brush and lifting up.
Okay.
So you're just going to keep doing this kind of all over your canvas.
Just pulling it up?
So you're pressing your brush down.
Yes.
Hard pressure, lifting up and away.
Okay.
And they're not all going to look the same. They're not all going to be the same size.
But you're pulling it away slowly.
Yep. So you're pushing down and pulling it away.
Okay.
So as you do that, it kind of comes to a little bit of a point. And we're going to go back over to all those little points and add a highlight or a shadow.
Oh.
So
okay.
wherever you can see it, that's where we'll put them. So again, so pressing my brush down and lifting up.
No twisting or anything like that.
Not
Just
twisting.
press down
Yep.
and lift up.
Pressing down and lifting up. So we're just going to fill in wherever we can. And we're going to go over this with different colors.
Uh-huh.
So we're going to do purple first. Then we'll go over and do a lighter purple. We can go over and we're going to go over and do blue. So this is what takes the longest.
Oh, okay.
This part.
Now, Tammy Blunt Druid says, hello, we are late, so we are going to watch tomorrow morning.
Okay.
It looks like a great painting.
Aw.
Yes,
No problem.
she's a regular.
She's
she
a
knows
regular.
she can come back tomorrow and look at the
That's
video,
right.
and they can do it tomorrow.
So I'm just pressing my brush down,
Okay.
pulling up and away. Pressing my brush down, lifting up and away.
But you're going all the way around.
Yep. So I want to get all my purple blossoms in there wherever I can. Almost like I'm starting in the center and kind of going up and around. Like,
okay.
like I would like at the end of line. Almost like
Oh,
this is the
okay.
center. So again. And again, if they don't come out, it doesn't matter if they're not perfect. They don't all look the same. It's okay. They're not all going to be the same size. It's all right. This is a time when less is not more.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So more is better here. So you're not going to see any white marks in here when we're done.
So you're just going to keep putting those petals or those
Yep.
those blossoms until it's full?
Almost. So we're going to kind of fill the area where we can still add more blossoms. We're going to change colors.
Okay.
But for now, we're going to work till it's almost full. And it's okay if you go over your little yellows or your little green stems. okay? As you start doing this, you'll start to kind of feel like a little rhythm,
Okay.
and it'll get a little easier as you go. So you're just taking some paint, pressing, pulling down.
Yeah, so they should take their
Pressing.
time until they feel comfortable and then move at whatever pace they feel
Yep,
comfortable.
exactly. So this is just my purple paint. That's all I've got. Just purple. I'm going to leave room for the next color. So I'm going to rinse and dry that brush. When you feel like you kind of have about that much filled in.
Okay.
Where you can sort of fit another blossom in between each one. And it's still okay if they overlap. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'll give you guys a few minutes to do that. And I'll show you some of our other upcoming events. How's that? So we got to scout painting, we got the curtain call. So on May 9th, Saturday, May 9th, for the little guys, we have my friend Wesley, who is 6 years old, requested a ninja block.
A Ninjago.
A Ninjago. So I don't know if you can't probably see that anymore.
No, he's not behind the pictures
Right.
like he was last night.
So, whoops, come on back. So that's this guy. That's this one. That is on Saturday afternoon. That's at 3.
And that's for Wesley.
That's my
Wesley
little buddy
requested that.
Wesley. He messaged us and requested if we could paint that. So I said yes. I like getting the kids involved, and I love having suggestions from the kids and seeing them get excited over us taking a little time to be with them. That's all.
Yep.
Let's see. What else? After Wesley's, we have another Paint It Forward.
Right. MS Moonlight Tree.
Yep. So the next Paint It Forward event is again, all of the tips or donations will go right to the girl that I'm doing this fundraiser for. My very good friend Cheryl. She's an ambassador for the MS Society.
Multiple sclerosis.
Yep. I
Okay.
do a painting event for her every year for a fundraiser, and we've not been able to do that this year. So we decided she loved this painting, and we decided to use this as a Paint It Forward. So all of her Venmo and information to donate directly to them is on the page and on the event. So that is on May 10th. It's Mother's Day.
That's right. Sunday at 7 p.m.
Yep. On May 13th, where's my May buddies? My May birthday buddies.
Your May birthday buddies?
My May birthday
Oh,
buddies.
you mean Kaylee and Angel?
Kaylee and Angel. We had a
There's
couple
others,
more
right?
night. Yeah, there was. So on May 13th, because everybody liked the squirrel tree, we're doing this purple one.
Uh-huh.
So my birthday's on the 14th. I have
So
a
is
couple-
Angel's.
So is Angel's. Kaylee is on the 15th.
Nope,
no,
on the
Kaylee's
13th.
on the 13th. Somebody else was on the 15th.
Lynn Revecki. Oh, no, that's on the 23rd.
So I have a bunch of May birthday friends. So we're going to paint this one on Friday night. So join us Friday night.
That's the purple scroll tree.
Yep. On. Wait.
May 13th,
Friday?
that's Wednesday.
Wednesday. Oh my gosh.
7 p.m.
So join us Wednesday to paint the purple scroll tree with me.
Right.
If you like that one.
That's your May birthday people.
Those are my May birthday people. We'll celebrate May birthdays then.
Yep, Julia, she's going to be having her Sweet 16 on the 27th.
That's right.
Lynn Revecki on the 23rd.
Yep.
Janice Annette on the 16th.
Yep. See? Lots of birthday friends. What else we got coming up? After that, we have the palm trees.
Yes, Palm Tree Sunset on Friday, May
And
15th
this is the one
at 7
on
p.m.
the 15th. So if all of us that have not been able to go on vacation this year, we're going to pretend to be there.
That's cool.
And there's a couple of other ones. I don't know if I have all the paintings in front of me.
Yeah, because that day, right after the Palm Tree Sunset, It's the painted forward wise animal
Okay,
rainbow
that's
with
the
the
unicorn.
unicorn.
Yep, that's the unicorn with the rainbow.
Melissa Leatherman says my anniversary is May 15th. Does that count?
Sure it does. Whatever you want to celebrate, we're celebrating.
And Deanne Davis says my daughter's birthday is November 13th.
Aiden is November 21st. We'll do something fun in November. Even once we get back to being able to go out and do these live in person, I think we're still gonna participate and plan at least once a month, do this virtually, and still offer it as a free, virtual class, because
if the demand is there.
You know what? I would want to connect with everybody that we've connected with all over the United States and Canada.
Yes.
I'd want to connect with you guys that way, and I can't drive all the way to Canada every time we do a paint night. But yeah, I think we will continue to do this. All right. So once we have that purple down, we're just going to create another shade of that purple. So you can use that purple and add a little bit of white to it and create a different shade of purple so that you can create a different color blossom. It could be the same color as your vase. It could be a little different than your vase. So I'm just going to create a lighter shade of purple. And do the same thing. So in between each, and again, it's okay if they overlap. It's okay if you cover some, don't worry. And you may want to go back to the darker shade. But we're just going to continue by filling in with just little strokes of our purple paints. I know this is this is part of the process. This is what takes the longest.
What this
is filling these guys all, and
it's coming along.
This is again where I have to say, trust the process. I have to tell myself that sometimes too. I'm like, no, I don't think this is going to work. And then I go, no, we just have to trust. It will happen. It will come together.
Well, that's the good thing about painting.
Yep.
And I've seen you do it so many times now. At live events where people are going, I don't know, this is just not looking right, this is not coming out good. And then at the end they're beaming and they're going, wow, I made that?
That's my favorite part. We, at our live events, when we go, in our in-person events, we get to see everybody in person and see what they're doing and help them in person. And we get to, at the very end of the night, we get to get a picture of everybody's painting together, whether we're doing glasses or we're doing canvases or whatever we're painting. And we get to get the group together and be able to get that group shot of everyone's finished project. And this way, we don't quite get to do that, but I am trying to do it by having you send us your photo, send a picture of you with your painting, send a picture of your painting. If you've seen any of the ones that we've done before, we create a photo montage or slideshow of all of everyone's paintings, and then we put it together and share that on the page, and then I put together an album so everybody's pictures are right in the Mimosas page, the slideshow I post on both the page and in the event, so you can all see that. But it's so neat seeing everybody's paintings. They all come out differently. It's the same painting, but they're all different, and I love that. I love when you guys pick different colors than I do. I love when you change it up a little bit and just make it your own. That's great. So yes, please send us your photos. You can message them to us through the messenger. You can send them to the email, mimosasmasterpieces@yahoo. There's no and in there, just mimosas, masterpieces at Yahoo. Or you can just post your photos right into the event. So at the end of the video, you can post your pictures right in there too, and we'll grab them from there. Sometimes it takes me a day or so to see them, but I normally get back to everybody. I reply to everybody, even if there's hundreds of you. I still reply to everybody. I love seeing your messages and what everybody says that you feel after you've done it. You're proud of yourself, or you want to send me your picture and show me that you're what you want to work on. If you're not happy with something, and I'll be happy to guide you to do something. All right. So for those that want to move on and are ready to move on, I'm going to have you go to, let's do that blue color. That blue color kind of sort of changes things a lot. So this kind of like light aqua blue color is our blue. Depends on what color blue you have. Sometimes you have to add a little bit of yellow to it. So I'm going to take my blue. And again, no rush to anybody. You can just keep going back and forth and doing this. You can alternate your colors if you want to go back and add some of that dark purple. You can go back and add some of that dark purple. Let's add more white. I mixed a lot of paint. Didn't need this much. So it's just my blue with a little bit of white. Again, I mixed a whole lot of paint here. You don't need this much. So it's just that light blue color, just blue and white. And I'm going to do the same thing. So actually what I'm going to do is, instead of doing this with the big brush, I'm going to switch to the smaller one. So I don't have huge blue blossoms in there. But we're going to use the same technique. We're going to use the smaller brush. And if you don't have a smaller brush, you can use the bigger brush. So same technique, just press down and pull out. Press down and pull out. Press down and pull out. So I'm
just go into the spaces where you see.
I'm just going in between all the little spaces that I didn't get yet.
So you want to fill everything in.
Yep, you want to fill in all your little spaces. And we're going to go back over in areas, and you can add white.
And it's still the same strokes for everything, right? It's just a little pressure down and then pull it up.
Pressure down and pull out. So just
pull out.
Push, pull, depends. Pulling up, depending on which way your brush is going. So pressure and pull away. Pressure and pull away. Now when you're right on top of your canvas, it may not look like what you think, like what you think it should look like. And again, you're going to be walking away from this. You're going to walk away from this and you'll be able to see it. Trust in the process. I promise it will look good. Just kind of getting some of those little white spaces. Try not to get it all over your canvas like me. And it's okay. You can keep going in layers and layers. If you feel like that's too much blue, go back with your purple and go back over some of those areas. It's okay. You're going to play with this until you are happy with it. Yep. So while I have that blue color, I'm going to do all my little blossoms on the ends of our green areas, okay?
The stems?
Yep. So on the ends of our little stems, we're going to add the same little strokes. You can do it as big or as small as you want. Light pressure will give you a smaller one. Harder pressure will give you a bigger one. I'm going to add these guys in here. Don't worry, I will slow down so you guys can catch up.
You got them all?
I think so.
Now you can take a sip while everybody catches up.
We got that guy. Got that one up here. Right. Again, you can just keep layering your colors. We will go into white, we will go into black next, but for now, you have a dark purple, a lighter purple, and a light blue. Work with those for now, and then we'll go into some of the black ones and some of the white ones. While we're waiting, if you guys have questions for us, you don't want to hear me sing, so give me something to chat about. Let us know.
Well, I mean, everybody's busy trying to catch up to you right now. You gave them a lot of detailed things to do.
Exactly. That's what I said. Let everybody catch up, and we'll get back to it.
Well, you know, when we get to the end of this, then we would like everyone to take pictures of their paintings and send them in to us.
Yeah, I just want to.
We would like you to be in the picture as well.
If you can. I mean, I know people.
You don't have to, but yeah. Well,
I know
we like it
some
that
people
way.
don't like to put themselves on in a picture, but yeah, we like seeing you with your pictures. There was a family last night. I don't know if you guys are painting tonight. I think there was 5 or 6 of them with their lighthouses. Oh, that made my heart so happy.
Yeah, because it makes you feel good.
It does. It's so neat to see everybody's painting, and we had some heart-to-hearts with some people that are so happy to have an outlet like this. It's a stress reliever sometimes. It's just to get your mind off of everything else going on and just focus on something else for a little while.
Yeah. Now, everyone, just check in. Let us know if you're ready to go.
Yeah, you can give us some likes or whatever, thumbs up or hearts or whatever is on there. I forget.
Yeah.
Just so we know that you.
Not
guys
to
are
rush
ready.
you. You take your time.
Exactly. I don't want to let anybody get too far behind. So, you let us know when you're ready.
I know everybody's busy.
I know.
No, I mean, I like that. When there's no more comments, that means everybody's concentrating on their canvas.
So we do offer, if you like doing this and you want to do a private party, we do offer private Zoom parties where you can invite your friends, you can see one another, and we can, you'll pick your own painting, and we'll do this with just you and your friends too. So if you would
But that's not free though, is it?
Right, no. That one, just message us and we will let you know our fee on that, and you can, we can set that up with you and your friends.
But if they live in the vicinity, then we'll come to them.
Eventually we will.
Or
a tri-state area. I try
they'll
and
come
say,
to us.
Yes, I can't wait. I can't wait until we can get back together in person and do stuff. We left off I feel like it was last year. We left off the last few months. The newest projects that we were doing were the resin pours, and they're just gorgeous, but you have to be in person. We don't bring that stuff out. We do it here in the studio in South Pembroke. So I'll show you what that looks like if you haven't seen those on our site yet.
You got them over there.
Like, can I reach this one? This is my favorite.
Oh, okay.
Oops.
Deanne Davis says, do you paint every day?
Lately I have been. I would say, I always say it comes in waves. sometimes I could go for months without painting anything new other than going out and doing an event, and that's it. And then there's times like now where I feel like I'm painting every day.
Mm-hmm.
It happens when you have the inspiration and you have the drive and motivation, and having people watch and participate and give us their ideas keeps my mind going and gets me excited to do something new for other people. So that's
Right now, you're going to show them the resin pours that you do.
Yeah, so these are what we kind of ended our last season with, or whatever. We started in December. These are resin pours, so you color your resin with certain mica powders and inks. You add your glitters, sparkles, and then you pour your resin over, whether it's a board or a cutting board or a table. We've done tables. They're gorgeous in person. They're so much fun, but that's something that we do only here. So for those that are local or in New Jersey or want to make a road trip one night, when we get back to being able to be together, this is what we will be back doing in the studio here.
Yeah, they come in. They have a girls' night.
Yes,
they do the resin pours, and then they go outside and sit around the fire pit and drink and have a good time. So it ends up being more than just a resin pour.
Yeah, we always say, my saying has always been, when you come here, you come as a guest and you leave as a friend. And I think that really holds true for the majority of people that I have met through doing this. So, but yes, we've been having fun with some new things other than just canvas painting. We do canvas painting and glassware.
Exactly.
Oh gosh, we've done light up wine bottles.
We've done signs.
We've done wooden signs. We have done, we started doing the acrylic pours. So this was an acrylic pour that I actually poured resin over. I didn't like it just as the acrylic, but now that the resin's over it, I love the piece. So we're doing things like that. I have light up mason jars, lanterns that go outside that are solar powered. We have so many different things that are so much fun that you could do with a smaller group of people. We can't wait to get back and do some fun stuff again. But for now, we are enjoying doing this every week.
Yep, spending our time with you.
So again, just give us some likes. Yes, I'm ready. Something so we know to move on. Check the battery on the phone too.
I'm checking. It's
okay.
Good.
Okay. So we finally got the new mic set up, and then I realized, oh darn, the mic has to go, use the same area that you need for the battery to charge. And I usually keep it charged the whole time.
Mm-hmm. All right, they're slowly starting to check in now. I got 2 people.
All right.
Says they're ready to go.
Okay, good.
All right, I guess you can go.
So, all right. If we're going too fast, just let us know.
Yeah, you'll repeat.
So once you have we have our dark purple, our light purple, and the blue in there. I'm gonna have you rinse and dry that little brush. I'm sticking with that smaller brush, the smallest that I have.
Okay.
We're gonna go to black. Okay, just a little bit of black on my brush at a time. I want to put some stems in the bottom of our vase, so those are all down here. So we're just, again, they don't have to be straight lines. They can be kind of curved. Want to kind of come up into our blossom area. I don't know, put a couple of stems in here until you feel like you got enough in there. Keep dragging the paint on the side of my canvas.
Pretty good. Everybody's following along. That's good.
Okay, and then once we have your lines in for your stems, down here where you made that kind of that blue color in this frown area,
Yes.
just want to sort of outline that very lightly. This is where I'm using that pencil grip pinky to stabilize.
Right. You're showing that's the bottom of the glass.
Right. So I'm going to kind of curve it around just a little bit. So it looks like it has like a circular bottom, and it's not just, you know, tilting on a tiny little axis. And then while I've got my black, I'm going to outline the right side, tiny bit of black at a time, using my pencil grip.
Is this the one where you have to constantly rinse your brush?
There's not that much to outline right now, but yes, if you want to get your brush back to a little point, rinse and dry, and get it back to a point. So I'm going to come to about the middle across the bottom here, midway across the bottom. So I went down the right side and then to the middle down there. And then I guess we can start doing trying to think of what I want you to do next. Yeah, I'm going to rinse and dry. Let's do the whites first and then we'll go to the black again.
Okay.
So you have your stems with the black. And then we have that shape of like the frown, that outline there.
Right.
And then around the right side of our vase down to the middle on the bottom. Oops.
Still using the same brush?
Still sticking with this little guy. Smallest one that I have. Alright, I'm going to go into my white. So I'm using white. Now wherever I can see or I want to sort of define some of these little, these petals, I'm probably going to go to, let's say, my light purple, and around the right side, actually it really should be the left side. So on the left side of each one of those light colored purple feathers, light colored purple blossoms, or petals, you're going to want to go down around the right side of each one, left side of each one. Left
well, that's
side.
going to take some time. They got to pick the light colored ones and put a white highlight on it.
Yep.
And how are you doing this again? You're holding it in a pencil grip?
Using that pencil grip. Again, pencil grip. Use your pinky to stabilize if you want to. You might get some paint on your fingers, just like me. So you're going to go just down around the left side of each one of your lighter petals.
Okay.
So each one of the lighter purple petals. I want to say feathers. I don't know why I'm saying feathers. So yes, this will take a little bit of time. And this should probably fill in some of those little areas.
Where there's like space?
Yep. And you can use this as actually a filler. So if you still feel like you have too many like little white areas, you can just add a little bit of white on those too. It's okay. You're probably going to pick up some of your colors. You might pick up a little bit of blue. You might pick up a little bit of the other purple. That's okay. It's just, we're creating just different dimensions. So the more colors, the better here. Keep swapping the wrong side. I usually put my highlight on the right side, and that's why I always But this time I did my highlight on the left side.
Okay. And the same thing, you just, lightly putting like curves.
Yep, I'm kind of just doing little curved lines right around the edge of each one of those little lighter petals.
Okay.
That's it. Don't get too stressed if you can't find an exact petal. You know, We're just kind of filling in a little bit of the area that we need to fill in. Don't look at me tonight.
It happens.
It's hard. Sometimes they flip, and then you're like, "Is that the right side or the left side?"
Uh-huh.
It doesn't matter. It's not that nobody's gonna go, "Your highlight's on the wrong side of that petal."
Right. And that was all white. That was no other
That was
color.
just white. Yep. This, what happens is you kind of pick up the other colors as you're going to, and that's
Yes.
okay.
It looks a lot more full now.
Yep. We're gonna do one more color and then black in there.
Okay.
While you're doing your white, though, on each of these little blue buds, we're also gonna put a white highlight on each of those. So, just on these little ones on the outside. Where's that guy?
And it's a light
This
touch.
one. Yep, just a little light line on each one of those little buds that are kind of coming out of those stems. There's no right or wrong. So I'll give you a minute to get through those. I'm never this messy. It's so funny.
Uh-huh.
I'm like paint all over me. I'm never this messy.
Well, you have to have one day.
My goodness. You guys threw me off when you couldn't see the background of my painting. That's what happened.
Well, you can't blame the wine. The wine ain't do it.
Nope, not this time. Again, we appreciate you guys joining us, and this is a Blossoms painting. If anybody joined in a little bit later, the Blossoms painting is dedicated to the Ladies Auxiliary of Fire Company number 3, and any donations or tips tonight will go directly to them.
Right, that's in Manville, New Jersey.
That is in Manville, New Jersey. I feel like I grew up there. Even as a kid, my mom was a member, so I grew up in the firehouse as a kid. So when I turned 21 and I was able to be a member, even though I had been helping for years prior to, I officially joined. I actually I don't even know how many. I was president only 1 year, and then I was VP for several years. And this past year I just stepped down as I'm just sergeant, not just, but I'm sergeant at arms this year. But we're trying to do some new fundraising events. So we have this, we're going to do this one, and then we do have the fire truck for the kids. We're hoping that by June we're able to be in person, but we have the fire truck for the kids. I haven't like really posted that one much because we're really hoping that we can do this in person. Where are you, fire truck? There it is. So it's kind of like mom and me or dad and me day. And yes, our fire truck is yellow in Manville. And then we have a light that will go behind your canvas for your light to blink for the kids.
Oh, you have a light.
We do. Yeah, it's not on my canvas. So we're hoping to be able to use that as a fundraiser too. All right. I think we can move on to the next part. So the next color we're going to do is we're going to kind of make more of that. We want to do a little bit of red. So I still want to stick with that purple hue. So I'm going to take that lavender or that light purple color that we made over here. If you need to make more, it was just a little bit of your purple. Whoa. White. More white. And red. So I'm almost making like a pink color.
What colors did you just put in
So
there?
it's just purple, white, and red.
Okay.
So I'm making more of a pink hue here. Mauve, pink. Now I want to put this color on the right or left side, pick a side, of the dark purple. So we'll kind of fill in on each of those dark purple areas.
On what side?
Either side, you know, at this point. I don't think it matters.
Just get the dark pieces.
We want to kind of put it right next to the dark color. And that will kind of help with either a highlight or a shadow and fill in any of those other little spaces that you might still have. So again, this is it's a pink, almost like a pink color. I used purple, white, and red. So I'm sort of filling in. If if you have like little bits of canvas still showing, canvas still showing in there, you can throw a little spot in there. But I'm kind of going along all of my dark colors. If I still have some showing in there, just going along the side of those dark ones. They may be covered up by now, and that's okay. Then you're just going to put it in wherever you have little spots still showing of canvas. It's hard to tell. It's kind of all mushing together by now.
Mm-hmm.
This almost looks like a hydrangea. Now that I look at it like that.
Really?
Yeah. And I don't know much about flowers.
I can't read it.
Is that low battery?
It might be.
Oh no. It is. Sorry guys, hang on. Yeah, it's probably low battery. Okay, so we'll have to unplug the mic and I'm gonna have to shout.
Uh-oh.
Hang tight, guys.
How can you see the indication that it is being charged?
There it is. Hit that side if you can. There you go. Yeah, I know. We're sorry, guys. We're gonna have to think of something else there. Hit okay, or low power mode. Okay.
Alrighty.
Hang it in there, guys. Sorry. All right. Gotta use my shouting voice now. That's what I was afraid of. For whatever reason, my battery just drains so fast. All right. So once you have some of those red colors showing, we're going to go to black, and we're going to add some little black outlines almost. So, it's knocking over the chairs. Alright, so I'm sticking with that little brush, rinse and dried. Going with that little brush. So here's where, if you want to outline or define some of your petals, you can do that. So if you want to go black on either side, where you're kind of showing a petal on each one, you don't have to do them all, just a couple of them, especially the ones on the outside that are kind of hanging off over here. You might want to get some of those. So it's, again, it's just the black.
You're outlining these petals?
Not all of them, just a couple.
Okay.
Just a couple of them. Again, if there's some areas where you've got some canvas showing, you can kind of run that alongside that area. It's just giving it some dimension when you add a couple of different colors in there, lights and darks. Sometimes when you see just a couple petals, it kind of like puts you in the right mindset and go, oh, they're petals, okay. You don't have to do them all. Rinse and dry. Get it back to a point to get those little fine lines again. Sometimes if your brush is just a little bit wetter with that black paint, not a lot wet, then your black kind of moves a little quicker on your canvas for you.
I don't think they heard you. You might have to speak up.
Sorry. So sometimes if your brush is a little bit wetter, if you don't dry it completely, you don't want it so that your water runs out of your brush. But sometimes if it's a little bit wetter, your black will kind of move a little quicker on your canvas where you can lightly touch it and it will still give you that
like
effect.
You're doing right now?
Right. Again, I'm not doing every single one, just a couple of them to give it the look of petals.
You want to evenly distribute,
Yeah.
around the entire.
Yeah, so if you have black on this side, you want to go black on this side too. You don't want to leave anybody out. And then there. Okay. So I think the inside of our blossoms will be done. We just have a couple of other little things to do. So finish up with your black. And let us know, give us, thumbs up, hearts, so we know you're ready to go on to the next step.
Oh yeah, they've been busy for a while now. It's a lot of detail to
That's okay.
to cover.
It is a lot of detail. I really can't wait to see your paintings.
That's the fun part.
It really is. So again, if you would just send us, you can email them, mimosasmasterpieces@yahoo, or you can post them right at the end of the video, or you can messenger them to us through the Mimosas page. If you know me personally and you want to send it to my personal message page, however you can get them to us, get them to us. And we'll give it a couple of days, and then we will we'll put the slideshow together so everybody can see everybody else's paintings.
Yeah, you got your dedicated painters on tonight.
We do, I know.
Because they're not messing around. They're staying right on top of you.
Awesome.
They're starting to check in now, saying they're okay.
Good. All right.
Well, I only got 2 so far.
Wow.
Waiting for some more.
Okay.
Antonina and Deanne Davis are both ready to go.
All right. If you guys want to go on to the next step, all I'm going to do is, again, if you want to add more of that, any other color in there, you can. I'm going to just go to rinsing and drying that little brush. And then on the tips of each of these little blue flowers, I'm using my dark purple, my original purple, and just on the tips of each one of these little blue flowers, just a touch of that dark purple color. Just a touch.
Oh yeah, they're slowly coming in.
Awesome. So again, I'm just using that tiny brush again. Rinse and dry that good. And then on the tip of each one of these little blue blossoms or buds that are coming up,
Yeah.
just want a little tiny bit of purple on each tip.
On the tips?
Yep, just on the tip.
Okay.
Hi, Rascal. You know your nose is an inch away from my foot.
He knows.
And if I move, I'm going to kick you in the nose. My poor boy. So we rinsed and dried dark purple just on the tips of each one of our little buds. Now in my painting, since it has this orange color throughout,
Mm-hmm.
doesn't look like I need it, but so on yours, you have a
The
yellow
yellow.
on top and an orange on bottom. You always want to try and repeat your color somewhere. So on the bottom with this orange color, if you still have it, great. If not, you can mix a little bit more. That little bit of yellow and a little tiny bit of red. With that tiny brush, you rinse and dry. And then where our buds are, so it's at the bottom of each one of our buds, there's just a little dot of that orange color. And it could
You're
be,
just poking a little dot on it?
yep, just a little dot where our bud starts. Where the green and that blue color meet. Right there.
But for them, it would be the yellow and white that they're using, right?
No, they're using the orange.
Okay, they're using the orange and
Yep,
putting a
you're
little
using
red in the
orange
yellow.
Because you want to repeat this color somewhere else in your painting.
Oh, okay.
Oops, that's a big dot of pink. Just underneath where that blue and the green meet. Little dot, little dots, little dots. And then you can rinse and dry that. If you feel like you want to add some of that orange color in your blossoms, you can add it there too. I think the very last thing we need is our highlight on our vase, and then I think you're done.
Really?
Yep. Yep.
How are you going to make the highlight on the vase? What color?
Right?
Okay.
Like he's questioning me.
I'm just asking what I think people are going to be thinking.
I'll let them get their orange, finish those buds.
Right. Well, this group tonight has pretty much kept up with you.
Good deal.
It's not like, other times where we were seeing,
I think
people.
we must have a smaller group because I think last night we had a lot last night, but sometimes that's it too.
Yeah.
Alright. So for our highlights, I rinsed and dried. I went back to the bigger brush, rinsed and dried. I want to put some white on there. Not a whole lot. I almost want to put some on and then I'm wiping it off a bit.
Okay, so you don't want a lot.
You don't want a lot. It's almost like we call it a dry brush where you get off, you get it in the paint but then take off almost as much as you can.
Mm-hmm.
And then on our vase, I want to do a stroke of white on one side and a stroke of white on another. So with my large flat area, stroke of white down. I want to bring it over that black area.
Okay.
And I'm going to sort of blend it in, or I'm sort of feathering it into that purple color. Again, I have a little bit of white on my brush at a time. And I'm just sort of fanning it out so that it sort of fades in there so it doesn't look like a harsh line.
Okay.
And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So again, a little bit of paint on my brush, I'm almost taking it off. And I want to come down on this side. Again, I want to go over this bottom area where that, where your frown area was.
The bottom, right?
Yep, and bring it all the way up. And again, we're going to blend in there. I might need a little bit more paint here.
Really?
And we're going to blend. I almost think I need more. I want a nice bright highlight there. Now I can't see because it's a glare.
Yeah, well, you're right underneath the light.
Yeah. Well, I want to make this one kind of prominent. Bright area here. And there's one last thing that I didn't do yet.
What's that?
I just have an outline on this side with the dark purple.
Okay.
So after you get your white highlight in there, and rinse and dry that little guy, I'm taking that little tiny brush again, pencil grip, pinky to stabilize. I'm just kind of going along here with the dark purple color. That's all. A lot of paint on this brush, sorry. Light pressure to outline, and we're going to bring it down to the bottom in the center where that black will meet. And then all you have to do is sign your painting and you're done.
They're not done.
You have to sign your painting.
And then after they sign their painting, they got to take a
send it
picture
in.
and send it in to
Yes.
us. Then they're done.
So yes, then you'll sign your painting wherever you like. I usually choose top or bottom right, bottom left, top, not the top. I'm always bottom right, bottom left. Initial and date or year. And then you'll send in your painting and you're done.
That's it.
That's it. If you have questions or you feel like you missed something or you need something else, just send us a message quick and we'll help you finish it off. You know, sometimes trying to keep up and you might miss something doesn't look right for you.
If you know anybody that missed this event, you can let them know that the video will be posted as soon as we finish the event, and they can always go back to it. In fact, you can go back to any one of our events and look at any of the pictures that you see in those events, and if you like one, then just put on the video and go to town.
We're there. They're all there.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people are doing that now because they can work at their leisure, at their time.
I do. I like that, you know, it could be 2 weeks later and I'll get a random email with a painting that we did 2 weeks ago. I'm like, oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
And then I just try and add them to the album. So I keep the album there, and that's why sometimes you'll see additional paintings come later in the album if I just randomly post somebody else's feather painting or whatever. That's why you'll see those.
Right.
But, yes.
Deanne Davis says, thank you. It was so fun.
You're welcome, Deanne. Thanks for painting with us again.
Yes.
Thank you. Again, we appreciate all of our support. Anybody that shared it, anybody that's painted with us. All the donation information is in the discussion, just scroll there and you'll see I created a little like a collage thing of us in front of our fire truck and a picture of the firehouse with
Okay.
information of where to donate. If you want to mail in a check, you can do that. No suggested amount, whatever you feel comfortable with, we appreciate it. Any of the tips or anything, so if you do Venmo or PayPal, it's my personal, so put a little fire truck next to it, so I know that that is for this event.
They actually have a fire truck that you could put
Yeah,
next
there's
to
a
it?
little emoji.
Wow.
A little emoji.
Melissa Leatherman says, thank you, it was great.
You're welcome, Melissa. Thanks for painting with us.
Nicole Kish Detoda says, this was awesome.
Hi,
Thank you so
Nicole.
much.
Thank you, sweetie.
Mazar Bojic says, great time again. Thank
Aw,
you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, she's
Join us back
natural.
tomorrow night. I'm excited for tomorrow.
That's right. We'll be right back here in 23 hours.
Well, probably less than that.
Nope, 23 hours. We'll be back with doing the Jersey Shore.
Jersey Shore tomorrow night.
That's
Yep.
right.
Yes, I'm excited for that one. I'm excited for both of those, the Jersey Shore and the Fireflies.
Yes.
We had so many people that were interested in the Firefly one. So
Well, they're going to use the glow-in-the-dark paint. That's what I like. I'm just going to be interested in seeing how that comes out.
Neat. I took a picture of it in the dark after I
Yeah,
tried to like charge it. And
that's cool.
it's neat. So their pack number or their troop number can be in the back, and fireflies and stars.
Deanne Davis says, I hope to be there next time. Yes, anytime. You can join us
Here.
anytime. We appreciate it.
I haven't left the house other than to go pick up a thermostat
Yep.
to replace it.
And
I
that
left
was
the
how
house
many
in,
weeks
like,
ago? 6 weeks?
I feel like I've been here for 2 months now, but yeah, probably 6 weeks I've been in the house. I have not left other than that twice. I left twice. We had another member of our auxiliary move to North Carolina last Friday. So we did a drive-by goodbye with all of us in the fire truck. All socially distanced. So that's right, I went out twice.
Yes, Montiero Lisa says, thank you.
You're welcome. Whoa, whoa, take it easy. I didn't even kick you. It wasn't me. You knocked the canvases over. It was you. Thank you. Oh my goodness, you're just not going to know today.
He's ready for you to be
I
done.
know. I know. It's like an obstacle course over here for him.
He's trying to get used to you doing this every day. Because he's like,
I
really?
know.
Every day
I
you're
know,
going to
even
do this?
Eden was like, Eden goes, you're doing it again. I'm like, yes, buddy. Yes. And then he said, can I do my light again?
Uh-huh.
So Aiden, for anyone that doesn't know Aiden, Aiden is my son. He is 11 years old. He has his own little vacuum repair business. It's Aiden's Vacuum Service. He is known as Vacuum Boy. He's on Facebook. It's mostly me doing it, but he started to do live videos too and demonstrate the difference between the vacuums because we have a ton of them. So it's entertaining to watch, especially if you like vacuums. But even if you don't,
Can they find his page from your page?
I think so.
Just go to Vacuum Boy. Just put in Vacuum Boy.
Yeah,
And he'll pop up.
I think so. Vacuum Boy, South Lombard, maybe. Something like that.
Antonina says, thank you so much. Fun
You're
and relaxing.
welcome. Thank you very much for painting with us. We can't wait to see your paintings.
Yes.
That's my the favorite part of my night.
I think you had a very dedicated group tonight.
Get my PJs on and I get up in bed and I watch for your pictures.
That's it.
It's the favorite part of my night. Yes. Yes, we'll be back tomorrow. So thank you guys all again for painting with us.
We'll be back the same time, same place.
Thank you for sharing. We appreciate that you're here with us. So thank you so much and have a great night, everybody.
Good night.